CNN.
All right, still waiting word from the grand jury in Ferguson, Missouri. Sources tell CNN the grand jury did not make a decision last night. Still unclear when it will reconvene. Well, here's some of the outcomes being considered. Indictment of police officer Darren Wilson for first-degree murder or second-degree murder, voluntary manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter, or they could decide that no indictment is necessary. Let's bring in our legal guys, Avery Friedman, a civil rights attorney and law professor in Cleveland. Good to see you. And
Hi,
Richard
Frederica.
Herman, a New York criminal defense attorney and law professor, joining us from Las Vegas. Good to see you as well.
Hi, Fred.
All right, so Richard, to you first. What is generally the timeline for a grand jury? Is this unusual that a decision would not be made last night and this could potentially continue?
Fred, there is no timeline. They can take as long as they want on this. And they're deliberating, and there's a lot of external pressures on these jurors. You know, they're instructed not to read anything about this case, not to discuss this case with other people. But, you know, Fred, I've gone to trials, and I've seen jurors walk in with newspapers, and it's like me telling you, you could think of any color you want. Don't think of the color red, but you're thinking of red. And these jurors are watching TV. They're seeing the news. They see how important this and critical this decision is. They need 9 out of 12. And we're all speculating now because nobody knows, Fred, but I think it's very close to getting 9. And I think maybe 1 or 2 jurors they're waiting for. That's why I think they close the schools next week in Ferguson. I think they're gearing up for it. I do not believe it's going to be a first-degree true bill. I think probably it very well could be an involuntary manslaughter true bill against Officer Wilson. I think that's how it's going to come down. But if it doesn't come down with any true bill, Fred, it's because of the varying versions and conflicting stories of the facts of what went down that day. That's what's going to do it.
Okay, and so Avery, you know, we're talking about 12, in all that Richard was outlining. 7 men, 5 women, 3 black, 9 white. 9 have to make a decision, meaning 9 of those people have to agree on any number of these scenarios, correct? Even if it means no indictment.
Yes.
Right, Avery?
Yeah,
okay.
that's exactly right. And you know what's really interesting? We know what's been leaked, and we know what we've heard from speculators. The fact is, there's an enormous amount of evidence that we don't know about right now. Now, ultimately, Robert McCullough, the prosecutor, has indicated he's going to put it all online after the decision by the grand jury. And we're going to know a lot more, but I think it
What do we
really
mean by
is
that? What do you mean?
unfair.
What do you
Well,
mean the
I mean,
prosecutor
there
said?
is
The transcripts.
there's a great deal of evidence that we're not seeing, is what I'm saying. And McCullough has indicated it's all going to be out there. It's going to be made public. And so I think the idea of deciding whether or not there's going to be an indictment, whether or not, what gradation, I think is truly all speculation right now. I'm in agreement with one point, and that is clearly there's going to be an issue of self-defense, use of force. Clearly, the grand jury's thinking about that. But at the end of the day, right now, because we don't have access to everything, it is pure speculation on what the grand jury is going to do.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there. Avery, Richard, I know you're disappointed. I see that head shaking. Sorry.
Right. Hey,
But you
Fred,
know what? There will be many other opportunities that we are going to be able to
That's right.
reconvene
After
ourselves.
Thanksgiving, by the way.
Fred, 2 quick things.
And the best
Lehigh Lafayette at Yankee Stadium, the 150th time they're playing, sold out, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay, I know
And my
that
son,
means something,
Bryson,
but I'm not sure what.
My son Bryce is playing for the state national championship in Nevada
that's
today.
great.
So
Congratulations.
we'll see what
All right,
happens.
fantastic.
Go Meadows.
Congrats. That's awesome.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Wonderful. Happy
everybody.
Thanksgiving to you, too. Both
Happy
of you.
Thanksgiving,
Appreciate it.
Fred, Avery.
Good to see you. All right, take care, Richard and Avery. All right.